Alright, so in this video, we're going to break down the exact cold calling script I use to scale to $5,000 a month with my web design agency. Now, before we hop in, I want you guys to understand some principles about your cold calling script so you can understand exactly why I structure it this way. So let's hop on my computer and I'll show you on Miro. Awesome. Let's talk about the number one principle of having a good cold calling script. And that number one principle I'm going to show you right now is value, right? So people always have a tendency to do what is in their own best interest. So you need to position yourself as a solution to the one problem that they have that matters the most, right? People are not going to stay on the phone with you if you can't solve their problems. They got to figure out why are you here and portray to them that you can help their business. And the best way to portray the value of your business is focusing on your offer. The offer is the number one thing, like Alex Ramosi says, it's the number one thing that's going to separate yourself from the competition and entice your potential client to work with you. I'm sure you guys have heard the term, I gave them an offer they can't refuse. And that's so true. If you give them a no-brainer offer, then they literally have to work with you. There's no other way around it. So the thing is, if you can't solve their problems, they won't care about anything else. So you have to figure out exactly what problems this business has and figure out what your website will do to solve that. And diving deeper on that, here's one recommendation I always say, and that's do not offer a free website. I never recommend that because a lot of business owners honestly don't see the value in a website in the first place. A lot of business owners, especially local business owners, just have a website that's there that doesn't really do anything for them and it's not really that great. So because of this, if you offer them a completely free one, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to want it because they don't even see the value of having one in the first place. And also, if you offer it for free, they won't value your services. You want to be seen as a very high-end option and a high-end entrepreneur. Because when you position yourself like that, you of course could charge more and make more money. And honestly, you want to make money for your time. You don't want to be doing things for free. Because remember, you're not selling a website. You're selling the transformation in their business and their lives that the website will bring them. This is a very important concept in sales. And this concept is focusing on the outcome. If you focus on the outcome of your product and how this product will change your customers' lives, then there's literally no reason as to why they won't buy it. If their problem is painful enough, they'll spend as much money as they can to fix it. Alright, so let's take a look at my exact script and break it down line by line. Alright, so this is the script I use for my own company, and you can see here, the blue here is the cold caller and the pink is the prospect to understand how the script works, and there's some core mindset ideas. So first, you want to make sure you're happy on the call. You don't want to sound like you're someone who's very sad or even angry on the call. You want to also sound casual, like a real human. And one thing a lot of people do is when they do cold calls is they perceive the decision maker as above you. They're not. You're both entrepreneurs working and growing your businesses together. So there's no reason as to why they should be above you. Also, make sure to sound confident, charming, and witty. Controlling the call is very key. Maintain the control of the call by asking the right questions and going through and leading them down to the answers that you want them to answer. And always redirect the conversation into booking a call with you. All right, let's take a look at it line by line. So I did add a couple of scenarios for this script. So the first scenario is if you have the owner's first name, and the second scenario is if you don't have it. So in the first one, you ask and say the name of the owner, and in the second one, you ask and say the name of the business and say you're looking for the owner. And this, of course, branches out into different answers. So at this point, they'll say 3 things, right? They'll either say the owner's not here, why are you calling, what's this in regards to, or this is the owner. So scenario 1, if the owner is not here, you just say, oh, okay, no problem. Do you know when the owner might be available? Very simple. Now, the second scenario is if they ask, what is this in regards to? You say, it's in regards to your website. Do you know who we could talk to about that? Very simple and casual. You never ever want to pitch the gatekeeper or talk to the gatekeeper too much. You want to get past the gatekeeper as quickly as possible. So sometimes they would ask, what do you mean about your website, or we don't have one? And then you say, yeah, actually, we built you a brand new one. I was supposed to send it over. Do you know who I can talk to about that? So that breaks it down there to make sure that no matter what scenario, you have an answer ready to go. So after all this, usually scenario 3 comes up and then the owner comes out. So they say, this is the owner. So then after that, you say, great. Then you start the opening pitch. Now I also added 2 more scenarios. The first scenario is if they don't have a website, and the second one is if they do. So the first one says, okay, great. Hi, my name is your name, Zach, and I was just calling because I was looking up your business and I couldn't find your website. So I actually just built you a beautiful brand new one that will guarantee you 15 new customers, or else it's completely free. Would you want to hop on a Zoom call to check it out? Very simple. And what I want you to understand and hark on is we mentioned the offer here. We guarantee you 15 new customers, or else it's completely free. Now, if they do have a website, we tweak it just a little bit, right? So we say, okay, great. Hi, my name is Zach, and I was just calling because I was looking up your business and I was looking at your website and saw some improvements that could be made. So I actually just built you a beautiful brand new one that will guarantee you 15 new appointments, or else it's completely free. Would you be open to hopping on a 15-minute Zoom call tomorrow? Check it out. That's the thing. You want to make it super simple. You want to say it's just a 15-minute Zoom call, nothing too crazy here, because when you do that, it makes it so easy for them to say yes. Now, as we scroll down here, they usually ask questions like, how will this guarantee you 15 new customers? And then they break it down there. Now, you can break this down more deeper when you have your specific offer. So real quick, just to look at my specific offer, what I say to this is I say, great question. So our company is called Vice Design Agency, and we're a software company that builds websites for local businesses and uses an artificial intelligence software that automatically brings in more clients to the door. The system automatically engages, replies, books clients, and onto your calendar without you ever having to lift a finger. So we kind of explain it a little bit more, right? So basically after the whole entire explanation, we go back and ask them, say, hey, do you have 15 minutes later today or tomorrow, right? We always go back to making sure we schedule in a time with them, right? So as we go down here, of course, there's more pages. We talk more about booking the actual thing on the calendar. So these are more SOPs or standard operating procedures when you actually get someone to say yes. And if you guys want, I'll leave a link to this PDF in the description as well. So then here we have objections and rebuttals. So here's probably going to be your favorite place because you're going to have to handle a lot of objections on the call. So one key is that anytime someone gives you a rebuttal, you always agree with them. You go back to the offer and you go back to getting them onto a call with you. So for here, it says, yeah, I understand, but if our system could guarantee you 50 new appointments in the next 30 days, or it's completely free, is that something you'd be willing to hear out for at least 15, 20 minutes? Trying to make it super simple. Here, they say, send me an email, send me some more information. I could definitely do you one, but I could do you one better. I'll send over an email with all our information, stuff like that. And then you always go back to the call. Always make sure you redirect the system back to getting them on a call. And then, yeah, that's basically the whole entire system when it comes to that. So it's a very, very simple cold calling script that you can use as a framework for your business as well. So I'll leave a PDF of this in the description. Now, if you guys want some more help into growing your web design agencies, then you can book a call down below and I'll help you one-on-one. And we'll guarantee that you make your first $3,000 and build systems to grow your business on autopilot.